Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me.
Now that I escape, sleep, walk awake. Those who correlate know the world ain't cake. Jail bars ain't golden gates. Those who fake, they break. When they meet their 400-pound mate, if I could rule the world, everyone would have a gun in the ghetto, of course, when get the up and on their horse. Kick around drinking moonshine. I pour a sip on the concrete for the deceased, but no, don't weep. Why Clef's in a state of sleep, thinking about the robbery that I did last week. Money in the bag, banker look like a drag. I wanna play with pelicans from here to Baghdad. Gun blast, think fast, I think I'm hit. My girl pinched my hips to see if I still exist. I think not. I'll send a letter to my friends. A born again hooligan, only to be king again.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me. Yo, I play my enemies like a game of chess where I rest. No stress if you don't smoke cess. Less, I must confess, my destinies manifest. In some vortex and sweats, I make tracks like I'm homeless. Rap orgies with Borgie and Best. Capture your bounty like Elliot Ness. Yes, bless you if you represent the fool, but I hex you with some witches brew if you do voodoo. I could do what you do, easy. Believe me, frontin' niggas give me heebie-jeebies. So while you imitating Al Capone, I be needing Simone and defecating on your microphone. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. You can't run away from these styles I got, oh baby. Hey baby, cause I got a lot, oh yeah. And anywhere you go, my whole crew gonna know, oh baby. Hey baby, you can't hide from the bag, oh no.
Ready or not, refugees taking over. The Buffalo Soldier, dreadlock roster. On the 12th hour, fly by in my bomber. Crews run for cover, now they under pushing up flowers. Super fly, true lies do or die. Toss me high, only puff fly with my crew from like high. I, refugee from Guantanamo Bay. Dance around the border like I'm Cassius Clay.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
Yo, nobody.
Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
Hey, yo, nobody.
Gonna find you and make you want me. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me.
I was a boat drifting out into the sea. I had nothing but pieces of thoughts of the hope that you would see me. I was a stone's throw away from land, but thousands of miles away from reaching your hand. The waves that crashed upon the rocks that you were trying to walk along, and in my head I heard them play a song for you and me. The waves that crashed upon the rocks that you were trying to step along, and in my head I heard them play a song for you and me. Let's get lost at sea, where they will never find us. Got stars and night to guide us. Lost at sea, where they to see. I had nothing but pieces of thoughts of the hope that you would see me. I was a stone's throw away from land, but thousands and thousands of miles away from reaching your hand. The waves that crashed upon the rocks that you were trying to walk along, and in my head I heard it play a song for you and me. The waves that crashed upon the rocks that you were trying to step along, and in my head I heard it play a song for you and me. Let's get lost at sea, where they will never find us. Got stars and night to guide us. Lost at sea, where they will never find us. Got stars and night to guide us, yeah.
You know when it gets like this, no, we could never be friends. I could see us falling like a cycle that never ends. But I don't wanna live that way, although it tears me straight. Oh, no, I don't wanna miss you again. Don't wanna miss you again. You know when it gets like this, I can see us falling back. But I don't wanna live that way, although it tears me straight. Oh, no, I don't wanna miss you again. Don't wanna miss you again. Miss you Think of me when you're out there. I'll beg you nice from my knees. And when the world treats you way too fairly, well, it's a shame I'm a dream. All I wanted was you. 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 I think I'll close my apartment a few times and fall asleep on the couch. Wake up early to black and white reruns that escape from my mouth. All I wanted was you. 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 All I wanted was All I wanted was you.
Siamo
I don't wanna let go of your touch.
Because it's working, let me switch to it. Turn it on. Is it working? Turn.
Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Cuatro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement with a little bit of technical difficulties today. I don't know what happened with StreamYard. I did have to update my browser. I restarted StreamYard. I restarted my laptop, my computer, my camera, and my microphone, and now it seems to be working. So I hope you guys enjoyed the music leading up to this. I was going to join you during the music, but it wasn't working too well. We got a lot of really cool Hexicans and members of the collective Anti-Gravity here with us today. We've got, tighten that up a bit. Boom. We've got CryptoCat. We've got Diehard Hexican. We've got Steve Stash. We've got Jonathan Kampala. Ready or not, here we come. That's all I could think of when I was setting up this stream. A lot of love here. Crispy Man is in the house. What's up, Crispy Man? Good to see you. Diehard Hexican. CryptoCat. It's another dark night. It is a very dark night. And yeah, we got the Cryfoggers here. Cryfagger is a verb or a noun. We'll get into the Cryfaggers here in just a moment because that is, like I said on my tweet, this is the closest we've been to getting Richard Hart to streaming in quite a while, which is basically just a strange back and forth on Twitter. OMG, did I just stumble across the live? Yes, you did, Hugheskin. Good to see you here. Corey Costa wearing that like a badge of honor. Really low. I don't know, but I'm sure it gets people talking. Let's see here. Personally, I believe that it shows that RH cares in his own way. I think that's a good way to put it. Hugheskin, welcome to our live DGen chat. Best performance art ever. All I know is RH must like Corey because I got banned for way less. What's going on, Max? What's going on, Corey? Good to see you here as always. Are you guys here for the alpha? Are you guys here to get the cheat codes to Anti-Gravity, the most scarce token in the universe? Because that's what Corey's here for. Corey always shows up for the alpha. We got a special guest in the studio here, Mrs. Hex Ray Chick, Pulse Ray Chick, joining us live. Good to have you here as always. Improves the scenery tremendously.
It's 9:30 here and I look tired.
Well, now you just doxed us. So anyways,
they know where you are.
I'm pretty sure most people know where I am.
Like,
Anyway, Anti-Gravity Project, that's the why we're here. We got some amazing news from the collective. We got some amazing news I can't even share yet, but we are working with the collective to some even crazier stuff that I will talk to you about when I can. But it's something that they're trying to pull off in Journey 8. And as you guys saw the countdown during the music, Journey 8 is, you've only got a few more days left to mint Journey 8. And if you, with your Dark, if you don't have Dark, you got a few more days to buy Dark at just crazy lows. I mean, this is the lowest that Dark has been since day 2. So on day 2, it went from $2 to about $7. So we're at the $2.50 range on a lot of these pairs. I'm looking here at the liquidity's down to $200, and the volume's down to 20. So it looks like some people have stopped selling. One person in particular has finally stopped selling because there's just no more blood in that stone. There's no more juice left to squeeze. Yeah, we're just gonna have to take it day by day until we see some good things. But we see some good things. We see some things from Richard Hart and Corey Costa about the Red Notice. We see some really good things about Richard just tweeting like a crackhead today, basically just tweeting anything, just a stream of consciousness, just arguing, calling names. It's great. This is a job for Crypto Market Cialis. I like that. After this last epic liquidation, everyone should be out. It is officially time. That's kind of what I was thinking too, was it should be officially time for launch, time for us to get into the spaceship and launch out to Saturn. And so there are some prices at Pink Miss Well, some prices on Dark, some prices on Hex, which are frankly too good for people to pass up right now. I mean, you might as well just, if you just ran DoorDash at night or on the weekends and threw that money into Hex, Dark, or Pink Miss Well, I'm pretty sure you could get some very substantial bags at these prices. So with that being said, not financial advice or anything, let's jump into the screen here. And we're going to share this screen and the audio so we can get the music going again if we choose to. Like I said, anytime I just share my screen, instant freeze. That's a great looking face. I'll take it. Like I was saying, I actually see he wasn't the only one. I was going nuts with all the engagement, and then I plugged into what works for me, and the sun rose, as did the joy. Awesome. Believe in yourself. So check this out. This is what I've been looking at today. The collective reached out, and as you can see, if you go to agproject.io, and let's go to my fuel cells. There's some big news going on today. Some really...
Wait, can I tell him? I know the news.
Tell them.
All the journeys have been nuked, except for the journey we're on right now.
Journey 8.
Not 8.
Yeah, what do you mean by nuked? Who is nuked?
The evil address. They're destroyed.
The evil address is completely removed from journey 1 through 7. Good job. High five.
Thanks. I listen.
She does listen. She has no choice. I never shut up about this stuff. So look at this crazy decline, especially from Journey 4. Journey 4 is still the biggest with 21%. And then you've got Journey 3 with 52 or 15%, 18% at Journey 2, 14% at Journey 1. But again, about almost 3,000 user mints have been destroyed and vaporized from Journey 1 on top of the evil address. So you got 14, 18, 15, and 21. So it just kept getting bigger and bigger as people were realizing that older pays better, and that these journeys right here are going to get more payments than subsequent journeys, right? So Journey 8 is going to get its first payment in about, let's go back here to the minting. So we have 4 days and 13 hours left to mint, which means on top of that, we have another 33 days of the lottery and the journey. And so we're about 37 days away, 38 days away from the Journey 8 getting its first payment. But as Journey 8 gets its first payment, Journey 1 gets its 8th payment. Journey 2 gets its 7th payment, so on and so forth. So you see here, like after projected dark after J8, you got over a dark back into Journey 1, almost a dark in Journey 2, about 3/4 of a dark in Journey 3, half a dark in Journey 4, which, that was the biggest one minted. That's the one with the most competition in it right now for the treasury. And then Journey 5, boom, it's going to get its start back. Journey 6, boom, all the way up to 72%. And Journey 7, 63% APY in a matter of a few months. And then, of course, Journey 8 is sitting with 1.16 for its first payment, which is insane because Journey 1 took like 3 or 4 payments to get up to 0.2, I think. So basically, if you look at this number, there's 40,496 mints. You have 4 days left. And remember, 38,000 of these are the evil address and the mystery box. And if history, or if there's any pattern here that we've noticed, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, that we've been very, very blatant about, really. I mean, this is not an Easter egg. This is more like an ostrich egg in your bed. This is so easy to find. It's so easy to see the writing on the wall. Minters win. People who mint fuel cells win at this game. That's it. You mint, you win. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just like in Hex, all you got to do is stake. You just stake and you win. Stake and you win. It's that simple. But there's a lot more scarcity in games being played right here. In fact, as you can see, Journey 5 used to be the smallest at, I think it was 8%, and now it's at 7%. And then look at this, Journey 6, it doesn't even have a percentile here. It's 5,000 less than Journey 5. And then Journey 7 is 3,000 less than Journey 6. So, I mean, Journey 7, those of you that took advantage of the Pink Miss Well deal right here, those of you that bought Pink Miss Well and sent 28 million Pink Miss Well tokens were sent to the Pink Miss Well during Journey 7 alone, as the price was just cratering. And this might be a great, it's $83 for a million of these. You might want to get a hold of some of these Pink Miss Well tokens right now. Well, you can, because after the minting closes, there will be another deal. And after the minting closes, it looks like Journey 8 is going to be the smallest mint by far, because if, like I said, if you take the 32,000 out of Journey 8, just the evil address, you're looking at 8,000 right now. Now, I don't know if the Pink Miss Well has minted. I don't think he has. I don't know if the other two wells have minted. Yet. You haven't minted yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so Pulse Rate Chick has not minted yet.
My what? What's my name?
Pulse Rate Chick. You used to be Hex Rate Chick, but now you're Pulse Rate Chick.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're moving up in the world.
Okay.
So like I said, there's 8,000 here basically, and 6,000 of those are the mystery box. So if you consider the mystery box has been nothing but benevolent and doing giveaways and pretty awesome, there's really 2,500 mints right here outside of the mystery box. That's insane. That's bananas. Can I get some bananas in chat? Let me get some bananas in chat. CryptoCat46, he saw that coming. Bananas. LPX that PMW. I would love to LPX everything. I still have not had a chance to LPX anything, including Dark, because I have not. I've been listening to the.
What's LPX?
LPX is a way to do your liquidity providing.
Wow.
So it's like a program that helps support the price and make it solid. So yeah, if we LPX the PMW, you would probably get some crazy action on the chart. Yeah, LPX. I've got to get with Crispy Man on the LPX. In fact, LPX should probably be our next tech talk. I want to bring tech talk back on probably Sundays. I want to invite people just like Crispy Man here, Sloth, Proof of No Work Dev, all these really smart people, even our devs. It would be great to have our devs
myself
on Tech Talk. Pulse Rate Chick, one of the smartest chicks I know, right? It would be great to have you guys on here and talk about LPX for the first one. We'll talk about LPX. We'll talk about
pickleball. If you guys want to talk about pickleball, I'm great.
We'll talk about Dr. Doge. We'll talk about we'll have the guys on from Actuator. Oh my gosh, like there's so much stuff going on right now that I have not had a chance to keep up on. So LPX is on my radar. We'll see what we can get going with LPX. But like I said, you don't have enough Pink Miss Well. You don't have enough Dark. Nobody's got enough Dark. I mean, for hell's sake, if we look at Dark, how much Dark do you have?
A lot.
Great. That's very descriptive.
I can't dox myself.
Yeah, don't dox your address, babe.
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. This is the supply of Dark. The entire supply of Dark, once you go to the bottom of page 1, the top 50 addresses, you get some person down here with 100 Dark. If you have more than 100 Dark, you're in the top 50 addresses out of 1,636.
I'm in that.
Most of these people right here, you're not in the top 50, babe. Most of these holders, most of these right here are from the airdrop. So they're not really people that did anything other than put their hands out and caught an airdrop. And a lot of them, like, let's see how far we go before we hit that airdrop page again. Page 2, 3, 4. Yeah, here's some people consolidating their airdrops. Whenever you see even numbers, those are usually people that have gotten more than one airdrop and put them together. But here we go. So on page 6, we have the airdrop recipients right here. People that may or may not even know that they've got J1s. So it goes from 6. I probably should be playing some music during this. We're already at 28.
You're going to get in trouble and get kicked off YouTube.
Yeah, maybe. All right, we're just going to call it 6 through 28. So 22 times 50. What does that equal, kids? 22 times 50 pages. Or sorry, yeah, 50 addresses. There's still 1,100 addresses that are airdrop recipients. So if you take this 1636 minus 1,100, you're looking at about 500 addresses. And we all know that everyone in crypto has 10 wallets of everything. So I'm guessing there's about 50 people here. We've always estimated our micro community at 20, 30, 50 people tops that are really actually invested, that put money into the Wishwell, put money into mining, and now we're putting money into minting and picking some of this up as it drops. So that being said, that is a crazy small micro community, folks. Absolutely bananas. And like I said, right now, this Journey 8 could drop down to 8,000 or 9,000. And if it got 8,000 or 9,000, even though the interest that these journeys share drops every journey, it doesn't drop as dramatically as the number of mints are dropping. Let me say that again slowly. Even though the interest drops with every journey, the minting is dropping faster than the interest. So the interest drops 10% every journey. Boom, 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 boom. But this is dropping faster than 10%, right? Let's check it out. 23,980, right? Times 0.9, 90%. So if this were dropping the same amount, this Journey 6 should have 21,582 users minting, but it doesn't. It's got 17,000. So it's dropping faster. Again, let's do that again. 17,035 times 0.9, just 10% less. There should be 15,000 here, but there's 14,000. Now 14,775 times 0.9, well, that equals 13,000. But as we can see, if the evil address is wiped out of here, which, like I said, there's some surprises coming, folks, then you're only going to have like 8,000. I don't know. Let's say the wells come in and mint another 4,000, right? So 4,000. You're still only looking at 12,000 here instead of 13,000. So the mint is dropping faster than the interest from the treasury. So you're actually getting a better deal as these mints get smaller and smaller. And these mints, I truly believe, are going to get smaller and smaller and smaller because people don't have any dark. There's no dark out there, folks. There's literally no dark out there. I mean, you would, at the price today, you would think, yeah, there's plenty of dark out there. It's 250. Like, people are just giving this stuff away. That's true. But the supply is incredibly, incredibly small. Incredibly small. As you can see, we go back here to these addresses. Go to the first page. You know, 47% of it is locked in the lottery and treasury. Sorry, in the treasury and NFTs. 30% is in the evil address. 7% is in the jackpot box. Almost 4% is in this mystery well right here, who has not done anything at all. Like, there's no mints, there's no nothing. There's been some transfers where I probably put it into cold storage or something like that, but I don't see, this one is definitely just not showing any signs of movement right here. Then you got the mystery box of 4%. Then you got Pink Miss Well, who's got 2.25% with this and his liquidity providing. And then you got this mystery well who's split up into 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Three
that's
of
me.
these right here. This is Pulse Rate Chick right here. That's been minting, which
Yeah.
they might miss this mint. I don't know. Like,
I told you I haven't minted yet.
do not know what's going on. And then you got 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. I'd be willing to bet. And this, of course, this 9,000 up here, that's liquidity provider. And if you look up here, like I said, these are most likely, I'm looking at their addresses. I'm thinking these are most likely personal onboards of myself, friends, and relatives that are just,
Don't know what to do.
they've just been minting.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, that's her. Yeah, this is all
Those
her.
are mine.
Christmas.
Those are all my wallets.
Yeah, and then as you drop down to the person, this person has just under 1,000, and then you look at these guys right here. Those are all liquidity providers, all of those. So like, and then down here, liquidity, 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 liquidity. There's a bunch of just smart contracts on this front page. I don't think I know another project in crypto with more smart contracts holding more of the token than anyone else. Yeah.
All
I need
right.
a
Good
drink,
night,
though.
y'all.
I need a drink.
Okay.
Have a drink?
Yeah.
Thanks, babe. So, again, unless you're one of these people right here, one of these, not even these guys. Like, I'm going to go to here. I'm going to say, like, unless you're like from here down, this person with 400 down, you really don't have the dart to mint in all these journeys. You might be able to get 10 here, 40 here, 30 there going forward. But remember, we're on journey 8 of 33. There's 33 journeys where the evil address has no choice but to mint, right? And, you know, not only does it have no choice to mint, if you guys want to force its hand, we saw all of its 32,000 minted within 48 hours, within 3 days. The first 3 days of journey 8, some people came in here and abused the mint button and just completely minted all of the evil addresses before we were even close to finishing. And then you have the scrape and roll button, which let's keep our eyes on that one after lottery 2. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hint, hint. Let's keep an eye on that bad boy. And then it would be kind of cool if we saw some other buttons on here. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm just going to drop that and just going to leave that right there and walk away. Good night. Yeah, you're leaving yourself. She's already gone. She's out of here. Anyway, that is the magic of anti-gravity. The magic of anti-gravity is that this will be the most scarce token in the universe by far. We minted 50 with this address, with this demo address right here. And just by minting, let's see, we view my fuel cells. If you have 200 fuel cells, maybe a little more, about 200 fuel cells, you are a sonic shark. You're a shark in this ecosystem. You could you could buy $600 of DART roughly today and become a shark, and mint 200 NFTs and become a shark. It's $200 to become a shark today in anti-gravity. And I think, in my humble opinion, you know, current price right now, it's peanuts. In fact, Journey 1s are worth $2.81 today, cash value. They'll be worth $3.70 at the end of Journey 8. Big deal. You guys are like, that's nothing to write home about. But what is something to write home about is that there will never be another one of these created. In fact, this number is going to go down. This number is going to go down. This number is going to, all these numbers, especially this one, I think, is going to go down. which means more and more people are going to bust open their piggy bank to get their change inside when, someday they could be worth that. There's really no limit to what these are worth. The only limit to the value of this project, as far as I'm concerned, aside from some crazy bug or hack or, unforeseen act of God, is the size of the community. The size of the anti-gravity community, the collective, the dark matter holders, is the only thing holding back price. And I keep putting a number on here, which I think is, it's a good start. I don't think I ever say it out loud, but you can throw in moon math, you can put any number you want right here, and you can just take a look at the possibility of what a Journey 1 might be worth. And 45 days later, it's always going to be worth more dark. These will always be worth more dark than they are today. That's it. And dark will always be harder and harder to get. Now, don't get me wrong. All 46,000 of these bad boys could get vaporized tomorrow. And, that would be, or they could all get vaporized at the end of Journey 8. And that would be, 100,000. Well, no, 46 times, let's see here, 46, 7, 5, 7 times 1.269, right? That's how many they're going to have. So 59,000 dark could be dumped on the market at the end of Journey 8. That's very possible. They could all scrape. They could all nuke. They could scrape their lottery winnings, which would be even more of this. And then they could dump 59,000 tokens on the market. That's about 6% of the supply. If something bananas happened, that's what it would be. And don't forget, at the end of the 33 journeys, we have the Rapture, which I think I realize I should have called it. The resurrection, right? Because what happens is I asked we're going to go back in time. Long time ago, when we were trying to think of these tokenomics of this game theory, I thought to myself, I want this token to be the most scarce token ever. So we came up with the incentives. There's limited supply, there's limited minting, and when you mint, there's a treasury and there's a lottery. But even the treasury and lottery are fixed supplies. So there's no inflation whatsoever. So those, if we drive this narrative, then and get people to buy and mint, then that is going to create insane scarcity. I wasn't happy with that. That wasn't good enough for me. I grew up, man. I'm a Richard Hart kid. Richard Hart, Bitcoin. I've seen what scarcity can do, and I've seen what community can do. Right? Okay. So I wasn't happy with a fixed supply. I wasn't happy with a fixed treasury. I wasn't happy with lottery. And I wasn't happy with limited time amounts and limited NFT amounts. Like limited supply, limited time. To everything's got a clock. Everything's got a time that you've got to take action or you're going to lose. Right now, the clock that we're looking at right now is about 3 days. Let's see here, 3 days and is it 4 days? I should know off the top of my head, but this is the 8th time we've done this. 4 days and 12 hours, folks. You've got 4 days and 12 hours to act or miss out. That's it. You act or you miss out. And a bunch of you wonderful people out there have received gifts from the mystery box because this is such a small community that we can, the mystery box knows each and every one of you that are watching this by name. The mystery box loves you. And the mystery box loves the people that are working on the book, that are working on the art, that are engaging, the people that are voting on Coin Market League. The mystery box loves the collective. And so some of you guys have been getting little gifts from the mystery box, which is awesome, which you deserve, to help you keep minting. And, you know, I don't know if that's going to continue for sure, but I do know that the mystery box was part of those things that we're like, okay, let's make sure that we have one entity with enough of the supply to help with liquidity providing and to do giveaways and work with the contests and stuff. So we invented the narrative, Rings of Dust, Rings of Dust, to not only explain the tokenomics in story form, but also to inspire the art and give people a reason to get to care about the art, to care about NFTs, right? So that was another thing we threw in there. I was like, this one's got this. We'd have something besides a picture of a monkey smoking. Like, monkey smoking, that's cool. I'm with you. I got it. There's a lot of cool NFTs, super, super rare NFTs out there. And during the froth of the market, they go crazy. You know, if you bought an NFT for pennies and sold it for 600 grand, my tip of the hat to you, bro. Like, way to go. And I think we're going to see a lot of that during the last part of the altcoin season. Again, maybe during the middle of it. I don't know. But either way, we thought we had to give people a reason to care about the art. And so that was added. But then, you know what? Again, I'm a kid that grew up watching Richard Hart. A kid. We're basically the same age, me and Richard Hart. But really watching, like, I learned so much about Bitcoin and Ethereum from Richard Hart. And then I learned so much about game theory from Richard Hart through Hex. And then the community just went bananas. The community started creating HSIs, delegated states. They created the WhatsApp NFT, which was this insane game of chicken that we've incorporated. And so we brought the insane game of chicken in to make it more scarcity. Still not happy with that. And so we saw all these things being created, and for literally 2 years, I couldn't understand why nobody had combined stuff like Hex with a WhatsApp, with, you know, a treasury model, with a limited supply, with, like, I looked at all these pieces and it was just like, it was like watching peanut butter and chocolate just sitting on the shelf and nobody putting peanut butter and chocolate together. And for 2 years, I was like, oh my gosh, whoever does this, whoever puts these together, they're going to have one of the coolest projects ever. They're going to kill it. They're going to destroy crypto. And nobody put them together. And I was pretty vocal about this stuff. I talked to a lot of people in the community about these ideas and what I think someone should create, and no one created it. And so I just started putting all these things together and talking to devs, talking to some teams that we worked with. And it was insane that, like, there was a lot of parts to work out, a lot of logic to work out, and going all the way back to, geez Louise, ADD is real with this kid. Going back to the resurrection versus the rapture. You know, I asked a dev way back in the day. This is another one of those things I thought of. I thought, how do I make this thing go 2-0? And I was eating. I was heavily medicated one night, eating cold cereal and watching a reality show called The Mole. And in this show, The Mole, they had a timer and explosives tied to a pile of cash. And if they didn't get the task done in time, the bomb was just gonna blow the cash up. It was gonna destroy the cash. And I thought to myself, why don't I put a timer on this son of a bitch? like, why don't I actually do this? So I talked to my dev, a killer dev, really, really good at logic and solidity. I talked to my dev and I said, hey, can we make these coins, certain coins, that aren't being used, anything that's just left over after the game, can we just destroy it? And he thought about it and he came back to me. He's like, okay, this is what you got to do. You would have to put a timer on every coin, all million coins. All million coins would need to be destroyed at a certain time. And then you could remint or bring back to life or resurrect the tokens that were, whitelisted basically, or in a smart contract. So anything that's in the lottery, the treasury, mystery box, liquidity providing, anything in the ecosystem, you can resurrect or bring back, remint, and so that's why we should call it the resurrection. But even that wasn't enough. I thought to myself, I'm a kid of Richard Hart. I grew up watching the OA, and the OA is still so benevolent. And if you would have just copied the OA's moves from the beginning, you would have destroyed it in T-shares. It was basically showing you, hey, look what I'm doing. Hey, look what I'm doing. Hey, look what I'm doing. And I thought, oh, we'll just have an OA play the game too, just like we have an OA in Hex. The problem with the OA is that we spent the last 5 years defending the OA, telling people it's benevolent, it's helping scarcity, it's holding up price, it's holding supply off the market. And no one, I mean, the Hexkins believed, but no one else believed. Everyone else is like, it's Richard Hart, he's going to rug pull, blah, 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 all this crap. And eventually, I mean, I looked at this and I was like, oh, I don't want to call it the OA. I don't want to call it at first we thought about calling it the benevolent address. But the truth was, we were like, well, our story needs a villain, right? Our story needs a villain. And instead of explaining to people that this address is very, very good in the long run, let's just tell people to expect the worst. Let's just tell people it's an evil address and that it is going to it's going to drink your milkshake. It's going to eat your lunch. Grax in the house. So like I said, why don't we just call it the evil address and let people assume that it's going to be evil? It's going to hoard the lottery. It's going to hoard the treasury. And it did, like, for a long time. It's still sitting on 32,000 J8s as we speak right now, which means it's going to win the lion's share of the lottery. It means it's going to get the lion's share of the treasury payout. Like, it goes on and on and on. Right. So we added the evil address to also create scarcity. And that's it. I mean, we just piled incentive on top of incentive and scarcity and game theory and anything we could incentivize positive behavior and disincentivize negative behavior, we did. And honestly, this is such a complicated and crazy project. The fact that we have 20 or 50 people that have wrapped their heads around it I should probably take that. I should probably be happy with that. I should probably take that as a sign of success because it is crazy. Like, a lot of people don't understand what's this. A lot of people don't understand Hex. A lot of people don't know Hex exists. A lot of people don't know Pulse Chain exists. And so when anti-gravity goes viral, I say when, I don't say if, because everything that's happened has been so synchronistic, as my friend Frank Polanczyk says, or serendipitous if you're into chick flicks. Everything has been so meant to be, even in hindsight, stuff that seemed horrible. Like, we thought we launched at the bottom of the market. Spoiler alert, we didn't. We're still crashing. But like, everything's happened for a reason. The people that have shown up in this community and helped with code, with design, with the story, with the art, music from Core Investor, Kate Figor, AJ Rip City Cuts, Axiom Icon, you name it. the sides, the prequel written by Crispy Man, the the side story fan fiction by Red Squirrel of
Adios, amigos.
Adios Amigo. All that stuff is just like it tells me we're still in the right place at the right time. Regardless of the price of Hex, regardless of the price of Pulse Chain, regardless of the price of Dark, the circulating supply has gone from 11% to 3%. That's bananas. I do say so. For lack of a better word, it's bananas that we're already down to 3% after 11 months. We're not even at 11 months. Actually, the 22nd of next month will be a year. So the 22nd of this month will be 11 months. In 11 months, we've gone from 11 to 3. Now, to go from 3 to 0, that's going to take a lot more economic pressure. And with the Drunken Sailor dumping Dark right now, one Drunken Sailor he's a whale when it comes to NFTs. He's not a whale when it comes to Dark, not really. And even with him, like just cashing out on the Hex and the Pulse pair, he can't touch the Pink Mistwell pair. Why? Because you have to buy Pink Mistwell to get it. He doesn't have to buy Dark because he did mint. Like he's smart. He went and minted a bunch in the beginning. He's still minting now. But that Pink Mistwell is the secret ingredient. That's like you have all this pressure here and stuff, and that Pink Mistwell is like a lever or like a screw getting turned and really putting the pressure on this ecosystem. And I mean, it's also down, obviously, like everything is. But the more you guys buy Pink Mistwell, the more you guys buy Dark, that 3%, and the more you mint, obviously it's all about minting, that 3% is going to go down lower. You know, and not counting circulating. Actually, no, that 3% includes liquidity providers. That includes it. So I'm just saying $2.50 Hex is kind of silly to me. It's kind of bananas. And none of the mechanics have changed. The community hasn't changed. The community's still here. I'm still here. So when we go viral, when someone crazy like your friend Somni or Crypto Empress or Richard Hart or Hexo, or when first it'll most likely be someone in the Hex community that understands, right? Maybe Crypto Coffee will finally wrap his head around this ecosystem and be like, whoa, these guys have something special and different here. I don't know. We've already got some amazing allies like a Wild SJ, Captain RG3, Randy Larsky. It goes on and on. Rags to Riches, Sloth. There's really cool people. Red Squirrel. There's really cool people with high credibility and a good reputation that dig what we're doing here. Crispy Man, for crying out loud, loves what we're doing here. And it's only going to take one more spark, one more nudge, until we go viral in Pulse Chain and we go viral in crypto. Someone outside of Pulse Chain is going to see what we're building here. They're going to take a peek into this universe. And they're going to have some crazy following. And they're going to start tweeting about this. They're going to start jumping on stream with me. There's going to be people that have huge followings that are going to, that already followings on YouTube and Twitter, that are going to start saying, hey, look at the dark matter. We've had one video that's pretty cool made by Showgates. Another one by I can't even remember his name, but if you go back in our Telegram, you'll find it. And they basically just do these short dives into Hex, these little primers. And like I said, it takes one BitBoy tweet, it takes one crypto what's his name? Manran, I forget his name. It just takes one person with a Crypto Empress, who I know her stuff is obviously promoted, but your friend Somni, it just takes one person that has their own community out of Ivan on Tech, for crying out loud. Dude, if Ivan on Tech had any clue what anti-gravity was doing and the tokenomics that we stacked together and the community that we have and just how amazingly interesting and passionate we are about this, it would just take one tweet, one video where he's like, oh, hey guys, so here we are, Richard Hart. His crazy, I think it's Dutch accent. I don't know. Yeah, Ivan on Tech or any one of those people could simply do a short clip or mention us in one of their big old streams, especially during the altcoin market. And we go from 20 to 50 people to 5,000 overnight. It's like that. What if we just did 500? Let's just say 500, right? 500. That 10x of the community is going to have more than a 10x effect on price. And people love chasing green candles. We know that. So all that is to say the game is going according to plan. The devs are getting better and better. The website's getting better and better. The story is getting better and better. The community is getting hotter and hotter. Shout out to Anita. Good afternoon. Good to see you, Anita. And of course, I think I said hi to HexClan, but it's worth saying hi twice. Hi, HexClan. I'm just saying, like, we're at a cool special time as low as prices are right now, and the fact that the world's on fire. It's a great time to be a Hexagon. It's a great time to be on Pulse Chain. It's a great time to be here for the tech, as Fast Abdul says. This is a great time right here. And because I've just been blabbering and going on here, the viewership has not gone up. And since I stopped the music, like, you guys kind of joined in. You guys are here. I think that you, Ride or Die, insane people in the collective, members of Anti-Gravity Project, I think you guys are, I think you guys will be handsomely rewarded for being in the right place at the right time. Casey says, goodbye, Crew World. Goodbye, Crew World. Casey's in the house. Another one of the Ride or Dies. He's the one that he's the reason we have our all-time high on that chart. That's his all-time high. He made that all-time high. Oh, maybe 10 or 15. How many days into this project? I don't know. Let me freeze my cute little face here, and let's take a look. Let's take a look right here. And we got Pink Miswell, obviously super cheap, $83 for $1 million. You might want to put some of that in your pocket. There's not a lot of it available in the market. Then you got, here's our Nostradamus chart right here, where we had boom, boom, boom. And right now we're in the minting phase. Right now, right there. So the three little bears have destroyed this entire market. The bulls have got a few pumps, 1, 2, 3 good pumps. Only 3 out of the 8 bulls have pumped. So imagine if the market's pumping and dark is pumping, people are buying dark, and there's not a lot of dark to buy. We could see these bulls take over at some point right here. But again, Pink Miswell is cheap, dark's cheap, 250 on the Pulse pair, but there's only $210 of liquidity there. Actuator token, that's fighting to regain some ground right now. Dark and DAT pair, there's $3,000 of liquidity with $50 of volume. Here's $22 from the Drunken Sailor. 6DC 41. Cash out $20 on the DAT pair. Let's see here. Hex Pulse pair. $2.3 million of liquidity here. And we had, I don't know if I messed this up by putting it in pulse or what, but like we had this triangle going on, and this triangle got jacked up. So let's put this triangle back right here. Here's our triangle right here, our consolidating wedge, if you will. We'll put it all the way up to there, and then of course here's the bottom of it, but that one's not looking good either. Let's move it up here and change its angle. Let's take this bad boy and just put right there. Take this bad boy right here. Oh, no. Want to do it like that. There we go. Okay, this thing needs to move. Get out of here. Get out of here. There we go. Let's take a look at Hex here. Hex is, wait, is that right? That can't be right. I feel like there was more of a wedge going on here than this one. So I don't know. Let's put it like this a little bit. Let's ignore those right there. Let's make it pretty like this. That looks like it might have been a really good entry right there. Right there. Boom. And this wedge right here. So that's Hex. Hex is at below 007, which is a huge insult, but it is 0069. Nice. Nice. Wrap Pulse. Ascending channel right here. Looks like a good time entry right there on this channel. That's the sacrifice price hanging out up there. Nothing to see there. Dark Against Nope has $638 of liquidity and $18 in volume. And here we see the Drunken Sailor 6DC41 just cashing out of Dark, moving this money $2, $4, $2, at a time, $9 at a time. Holy crap. $9 at a time, moving that economic energy from Dark into the No Permissions token right there. And of course, the No Permissions token, it's up here too. Let's see. No Permissions has 16K of liquidity paired against Solid X, and it's down to 3 zeros and a 1. That's not, part of this I think is Hart's Law. Part of it is maybe some dumpy dumpers. You got Solid X talking about the X game coming out here really quick. I'm not sure what to make of this, but it does not look like the X game is saving Solid X right now. But there we have it right there. $2.4 million in liquidity. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's a lot of liquidity. $73 million market cap, and the price is down to $350, $351. It would be very interesting to see if we see a parity between Solid X and Dark, because Solid X has a 21x supply more than Dark. So Dark is 21x more rare than Solid X. Solid X being at 350 right now. Dark and Pink as well. This is some liquidity that was pulled. This was like 16 grand or 18 grand of liquidity. Let's take that off our watch list. And let's look at the one clear here at the bottom. This one has 47K of liquidity, $129 of volume. Right? Because not a lot of people have Dark and not a lot of people have Pink as well. So these two being traded back and forth are interesting. But you know what you don't see in this list? You don't see a Drunken Sailor dumping, because a Drunken Sailor doesn't have any Pink as well. Drunken Sailor has some Dark, doesn't have any Pink as well. So just saying, this is a very interesting pair here. The Alamo, which started out great, started out looking really good as a very interesting, versatile tax token. That one is, that thing is not, that thing, it looks like the Alamo from Texas, as the Spanish invaded and slaughtered everyone. Oh my goodness, look at the Alamo. Yeah, it's aptly named. Then we got Dr. Doge. Dr. Doge, Dr. Doge, calling Dr. Doge. Dr. Doge, Dr. Doge, wake up now. It is stair-stepping down, but still saving humanity. Still doing medical research, still a lot of fun to fold these proteins and earn Dr. Doge. I've completed 902 work units, which is 30% of their work units, and I've contributed 17.6% to their team of folding these proteins for science, and I've been rewarded very, very handsomely. Let's take a look at the rewards. I think that I started this about 3 months ago, maybe 2 months ago. And as you can see, here's 7 Dr. Doge hitting my account, 6 Dr. Doge, 7 Dr. Doge. That seems to be the payout for cranking right now. And I really want to have 1,000 of these Dr. Doge tokens. Right now I'm at 634, and I have not bought any of these. You can buy them for a penny. Like, well, yeah, they're a penny. You can buy them for a penny, which I'm not going to say they're I'm going to say that, again, this depends on the community, just like Dart does. But they're doing a lot of good things. They've been showing up in a lot of spaces. They do want to jump on stream with us and talk about some of the cool stuff. They put their money where their mouth is. Their liquidity is higher than their market cap, for crying out loud. Who does that? But for all my work, I'm sitting at about $6.39 of Dr. Doge. Yeah. The joke that I always make, I apologize if you guys have heard this 100 times, but at this rate, I will be able to retire simply off of Dr. Doge in about 3,000 years. So pray for me. Pray for me. Let's go back to the charts. Alamo Doge. Bria, the dog that shits on the carpet. There's Bria shitting on the carpet, peeing on the carpet. Bad boy. He's going to be an outside dog pretty soon. Dragon Believer, this one's very interesting too, because with the scarcity in this project, this might actually be a good time to load up on a couple of Dragon Believers. It's, shoot, I don't even know what that is, dude. Like for a million Dragon Believer tokens, it would cost you 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 9. For a million Dragon Believer tokens, that's $13.29 right now. There's $8,000 in liquidity thanks to Pump Tires between that and Pulse. So, I mean, this is kind of bananas right here. I haven't looked at the holders of this token, but I think the last time I did, almost like a huge holder of the token was that liquidity. 4K of liquidity at 0.00001329 that's a lot of Dragon that's locked up in liquidity. So as people start buying, if people are to buy that up, or if it were to pair some of its liquidity to Dark, pair some of its liquidity to Pink as well, things could get really, really interesting for a token with a 12K market cap. I do know that the founder of this token is wanting to utilize this token in the real world at some point. I'm not going to say much more than that, but I like what he's doing. I like his chutzpah, and he is definitely a big part of the collective and anti-gravity. So let's talk about that one. Let's talk about Ink. Ink token's down to $1.22. It's got $2 million of liquidity. It's pretty amazing. But yeah, this is a really weird chart. The Hex Time tokens are all bouncing around with Hex. The Fitzgerald Company, 3 founders held an insane amount of this token, and they only took profit through liquidity. So they would set a band, a single-sided band. So let's say that they put 1,000 of their tokens, $1,000 worth of their tokens up for sale here in this range right here between, 1/10 of a penny and 1/3 of a penny. As it went through, they could take that liquidity out and cash out the Pulse and not hurt the price of TFC. So they were only taking profit through liquidity, and I mean, that is a beautiful, even now, it's not as bad as like Alamo and Bria, but it was beautiful until someone decided, I'm going to take profit by dumping on my community's head because I don't love it. I shouldn't talk like that. I don't know for sure. I don't know this person for sure. I'd be surprised if it was Timothy Benjamin, because Timothy Benjamin is one of the three. And I like Timothy a lot. He's a man, as far as I know, he's always acted with incredible integrity. The other guys, maybe not so much. But who knows? It's an interesting thing. I'm not sure what happened to the community there, but they were building for a second. Pulsex, powerhouse token right here. Look at this. This is a nice descending triangle and maybe a good spot to load up on this one if it pounces, if it breaks up out of here. That one's looking good. Carpe Diem. Carpe Diem, the first retirement fund on the blockchain, is still being, this one is scarce as hell as well. You basically, mint or burn or stake this, and as you stake it, you get more of the Carpe Diem, and the more you keep doing that over and over, the bigger your reward comes, and eventually you could have a burn rate where you're selling some of your Carpe Diem and retiring off of it, and it's still snowballing faster than you can spend it. And of course, unlike a 401k or Social Security, pension funds, you can take this bad boy right here and just turn it over to your kids without going through the government or banks. A beautiful, beautiful project, and a really good friend of the community. He did a threat assessment on our smart contracts, specifically the 7 that really run the machine, and he was able to show us where we would want to renounce ownership and safeguard against a couple things. He's a really cool dude. Had a lot of the same problems launching a project as we did. I definitely recommend looking into CDP. And then, of course, Proof of No Work Dev. Proof of No Work Dev was one of the first people that came on Tech Talk and talked about his tax token. And he's done such a good job of managing the liquidity and the supply. I'm not sure why it's not showing it. Oh, it doesn't have any volume. So because it doesn't have any volume, it's just not going to, it's just having a hard time bringing up any information. But it looks like it's at 8 zeros and a 1 7. So super, super cheap. I'm guessing the market cap is 174 and this is 174. So I think that this is got 1 billion tokens. Not sure. I will definitely have to ask him, but I got a bag of those and I've not sold those. Print token from the ink printer. Let's take a look at the print token right now. It I liked it is like the whole team dumped it, and maybe they bought back at the bottom. I don't know. But again, $816 of volume. This bad boy should be showing up. Come on, baby. What's going on? It's not wanting to pull this up. Here, let's take our VPN and see if it's giving us problems. No, I don't think it is. Not sure why this isn't loading right now, but let me know if this is even showing up streaming anymore. This, LOL. Good night, Max and crew. So long, and thanks for all the fish. That's a nice reference. I like that. Thank you very much. He will be rotating for X game to Solid X, he said in Spaces this morning. Oh, I'll have to jump on there and listen to his Spaces. Or to his, I'm on his Patreon. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Yeah, I know that a lot of people are jumping at X Game. I hope the X Game does great. It's been, on the burner. It's been cooking for a very long time right now. A very, very, very long time. And I know code's hard. I know it's hard to launch, but I'm not going to get into that. I hope that X Game just melts Spaces and Solid X goes up and no permissions and dark. Like, I hope we all go up together as a family. And then that brings us to Magic Carpet Ride 369, which may or may not have any liquidity or volume. Yeah, see, it has not done anything on chain in a while. Let's see if they've got any for sale on 0x Bistro. So on 0x Bistro, someone is selling a chunk of Hex for Pulse and DAI right now. Let's see, if we were to view it and we wanted to buy all of it, it would cost us less than a penny for these hex for sale right here. There's one, would say 1 hex. Okay, yeah, there's one. There's 1 hex for sale at today's price. It's actually in the money. It's a little bit cheaper. That's crazy. There's 1 hex for sale. And then there's WHICBM. Yep, Top Hat School. Those have been around for a while. Not a lot of action here. If the Drunken Sailor wanted to make more money off of Dark, I guarantee you that if he put Dark on here, I would definitely talk and tweet about it, and he would not be pushing the price against himself, because he is not doing great with those liquidity pairs. There's just no liquidity there, which is, by design. Well, by design and the market going to shit. But yeah, if you listed them here, I'd get a much better deal for them. I'm just saying, bro. Yeah, so CoinGecko terminal is just dead right now. Not sure why it's not showing anything there, but it's not doing really well. We don't need any other community. We need to just roll together. Remember, I made this bitch go to $100+ with 15x the supply. Now, yeah. So now, if he can get it over $100 when there's 15x more supply on the market, yeah, I like what Casey's getting at there. Casey is also one of my good friends who is able to get down to help out with some of that marketing. And I'm hoping that I can get to the point where I can join him over there in California. So knock on wood, we'll see what's going on. But anyways, that's it. That's the whole stream. I've got more amazing music to play for you guys. Well, actually, maybe I don't, because like I said, the biggest news is that the evil address is completely wiped out of every tourney except for the current one. And there's only a few thousand minted besides the evil address in the mystery box. So the next 4 days, we'll see if, I've reached out to a couple wells and said, hey, minting's open, but only time will tell what that number is going to be at the end. It's probably going to be a lot less than we think it's going to be. And it's definitely going to be, I think it's going to be less than the 10% drop from the treasury. I'm all tuckered out. All right, kids. We have gained 3 viewers since I started my rant. So welcome 3 viewers. Remember that what you do matters. Remember that you matter very much. And remember that just the fact that you're experiencing this body and this ears and this mind and these eyes and this experience, this energy that is expressing itself as matter right now. You're here for a reason, and you have incredible value and wealth just in the energy that you are. So don't forget that. We love you guys. I'm gonna go to bed. I got to get up early for work tomorrow, but again, we're in the right place at the right time. You guys are going to talk about this like the first few people in IRC chat. Is it IRC? HRC? No, it's IRC chat. Yeah, back in the day in those little groups, sending 10,000 Bitcoin to each other, putting them up for sale, buying the pizza, freaking out because it was worth 1,000th of a penny and it now had value, and then freaking out when it hits a penny, and then freaking out when it hits $1, freaking out when it hits $30, $1,000, $21,000, $68,000, and I think Bitcoin is going to hit 150 to 180 right there. Oh my gosh. Living my best life. What do you think about RX chatting on X? I teased you guys at this tweet saying we're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about that. Hell yeah. This is the closest we get to RH streaming, is RH freaking out and just doing a stream of consciousness. I mean, he's still tweeting. The kid has found his phone. He's like a 13-year-old that found his phone. Like, where does it go here? Richard Hart post. Let's talk about some of these tweets. Let's talk about this thread here. He says, so yeah, he's talking about, oh gosh, this is 13 hours. So this is today, basically. He started off today kind of chill, or yesterday he was talking about how keep building is stupid. I have a better idea. Keep promoting. As long as what you're promoting is good and wholesome. In crypto, the vast majority of what is built is scams and things that lose people money. That's true. Usually built by the wrong people for the wrong reasons. So all kinds of lies attached. Bitcoin kept promoting without adding barely an useful feature in 15 years. Yeah, they didn't add shit. You can send and mine. That's it. And you can also get an inflation bug. As long as what you're promoting is good and wholesome, keep promoting. That's what I'm doing, man. I'll keep promoting dark matter till the day I die. I'll keep promoting Hex till the day I die. I love it. I should have said coined a new term, invented a new word, enchainate, where you take any recent idea and make it a coin. So do this on Pump.Tires. I think memes have proven mental traction, which is where the word meme comes from. A self-replicating idea like a gene to genetics. A meme is all right, cool. A mental gene meme. I don't know. Cool. And then he's talking about these candles right here, SAC value, like some, here's talking about Wrap Pulse. If a giant green candle pops up in the woods and no one sees it, does it make a sound? I think he's saying that there's not that many people watching Pulse Chain right now. And he's showing these bars. Look at this green candle right here. Wait, is this supposed to be, this is back in June. Is this when no. Yeah, 23. This is when it just showed up in that giant green candle. And so maybe he's hinting that we might be seeing this crazy green candle take us to some crazy amounts. Yeah. But sir, what if the candles went over to perceived SAC value? It's like some of y'all are immune to reality or don't know how to read. I just don't know. Again, very kind tone. I'm enjoying this. It'd be funny. I'm waiting for someone on Twitter to feed all of Richard Hart's memes into chat. Let's just do that right now. Screw it. Hopefully we'll get one of these going here. So I want to say, please, let's see here. Please analyze the following texts of a crypto founder speaking to his community on X. I'm not even going to say look for traits or I don't know. I'm not going to say look for this, look for that, point out this, that. We're just going to see what ChatGPT thinks about these tweets as we're reading them. Let's see here, right here. Giant green candle. Copy that, paste it. And then here's another one. Back to here. Take that one, copy it, put it. By the way, if you guys have not done this with texts from crazy ex-boyfriends, girlfriends, bosses, people that you have a hard time with, you can feed your stuff into ChatGPT and say, tell me what's going on with this person, or how can I respond to this? Not like sticking up for myself, or what's the healthy and assertive way to do this, and ChatGPT does a hell of a job. I know a lot of you guys do this at work with emails, and stuff like that, so that you can respond more. First of all, it corrects a lot of your errors, but it also sends the right tone, professionalism, and things like that. But we're just going to take all these right here. Yes, Amazing Tech needs to do more than chop around a lot. Look, 5 years of Ethereum. Now there's better marketing, so number go up. Also, evil pieces of shit have loaded their bags and have stopped sabotaging and manipulating this market. Maybe that's something that's going on too. That's what I think of anyways. So we're going to take this big one right here. Oh my geez Louise. Copy that. I keep hearing that green candles are the best marketing. Actually, marketing is the best marketing. Okay. Do got to call out Richard Hart here. He's the one that said green candles are the best marketing. That's why he keeps hearing it, because he said it and made it famous. And I think there's a lot more truth to green candles are the best marketing. Anyways, I've already said this before, but y'all don't read so good. So I guess I'll repeat myself. You said both things, bro. So just calm down. Don't get all snappy with us, bro. You said both. You see those green things? Those are green candles. Do you see any influx of new users? No. What you saw was you guys click and sell. Y'all love the sell button, but y'all don't take any responsibility for clicking red instead of green. You cry and moan. I also remember when some of these candles were just a few addresses bridging in 20 million and just market buying PulseX Hex Inc. And what was the end of that? The result of that? More crying, more moaning, and not so much marketing. Well, it also has to do with there was a lot of economic energy leaving this, which he's saying is all us hitting the red sell button, which it's not true at all. So when it comes to a bunch of idiots who barely speak English chanting, buy my bags, pump the chain, make your candles, or actually measuring the result of what they beg for, I'm going to rely on my brain. And I suggest you do two things. The chain is great. Tons of supply has been burnt. It only needs marketing. And if y'all could keep your tiny little fingers off the red button for a few minutes, it's easier. Yeah, it is. It is great. I feel you that we have one drunken sailor in Hex that's moving funds around. And yeah, I get it. It'd be great if people kept their finger off the sell button. However, it's all about economic energy flowing in or out of an ecosystem, man. So let's see here. We got that one, got this one. Let's go back to that one post. I read that one. I don't think I copied that one. Let's go this one right here. Yeah, sir, we just want to learn, blah, blah, blah. Oh, wait, hold on. Hit show more. Yeah, let's copy all this. Get blocked, copy. And yeah, I'll get that other one there. So we'll just go like this. We're just going to keep pasting this into ChatGPT and get a summary at the end of this. Bananas. Okay, I get more effing views, reviewing keyboards, literally. Copy that one, paste it. Okay, cool. And then let's take this one right here. It's funny to me when people more views, you're more consistently streaming. Oh yeah, explain why almost no vids got 100K views in 8 years. I'll take real marketing over 150K sub channel any day. Okay, so there's that one. And then there's the one where he actually responds to a bunch of people asking them what they want or their feedback. And that one gets, I think, pretty fun and spicy. Let's go back here. Actually, if I go, oh, this might be the ones where he's just going hard in the paint. Sorry, so many of you are just, sorry to the so many of you that are just awesome, but quite a few that suck, need educated occasionally. Occasionally, I prefer they go away and continue to hear their shrill whines. Every stupid comment in my threads could have been a useful outreach somewhere else. To those of you that are kick-ass, thanks for kicking ass. Oh, so that one's a little more positive in its own way. It's got a little bit of positivity. Let's throw that one on there. What's the next one here? In fact, actually, I think what I got to do is actually read the comments of these ones right here. So no, I got that one. But let's go into the comments of this one. No, I don't want to comment on that one. I just want to like read the comments of this one. So yeah, I get more views doing that. It's funny any day. Yeah, we read that one. And then people are talking to him the way I see it. Number bringing in Heinisch is there. Hevid Hex. Idiots seem to think that they talk smack until someone magically pumps a chart. That's not how it works. All they create is a negative wave when all we actually need is a positive one for the best outcome of masses. So how's your day? Crazy weather lately. Did you watch the hockey game? Oh gosh, I love Fast. No, I think that was all his here. He hasn't responded to this chain. So where's the one where he's like going back and forth? In fact, that might be one of these with a bunch of them. Here to follow. Train gamblings. Okay, so let's see. Once again, here. You really do have to regret promoting a wallet that shills margin trading. Copy that one. Paste it. And I'm sorry if you guys are throwing stuff up in chat here and I'm missing it. I will jump into chat before I hit send on this bad boy. Okay. Once again, as soon as you're actually able to reach whoever it is that has the native coins over from Fork, they'll nuke you and spit on you. Okay. So there's that one. Okay. Let's see. I think this is the one you really did have to regret. Oh yeah, I copied that one. So dudes finding combos, 20 threads. Here we go. This is the one right here. Let's see. Let's copy that. Stick it in here. We got to get to the point where he talks about cry fagging. Right? Let's say that. Yeah. Cry fagging. We're going to go into that on there real quick. Let's see here. Anything else? Yeah, back ready to educate. Here we go. Hey, kids. That's my line, Richard. Hey, kids, some of your valuable and important... Let's show more. Some of your valuable and important always intelligent messages. So try to be less retarded than normal. We might actually get a response directly. Maybe X will even boost you because someone with a higher following count responded to you. Maybe they will. Maybe they will.
Dad,
Yeah.
I just noticed something.
What's that?
So in Epic the Musical, Poseidon's son turns into a Cyclops.
Mm-hmm.
And in Percy Jackson's dad is Poseidon. So does that mean Percy Jackson turned into a Cyclops?
I think so.
Because it doesn't mention him having any brothers.
Yeah. Any of you guys who understand the Percy Jackson trilogy, feel free to jump in chat, answer that one.
They also might not know Epic the Musical. I'm literally listening to it right now.
Cool.
I finished my homework and then I have 2 more days left.
Cool. Good job.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. So here we go. We're just going to do these tweets right here. In fact, I know that there's some back and forth because my phone was going absolutely bananas today when I was reading some of these and some of his responses. But I'm looking at these responses right here. Yeah, there's that one. Pumped Out Tires, Duke of Booze says Pumped Out Tires has been my secret weapon for onboarding friends and family. Pulse Chain is like a leveraged fund versus Pulse, low entry, high vibe. And now they're all rocket. Thank you. Good for you. She says the Fed has made the money weaker than a mocktail, but you have served up 100 proof DeFi. Freedom transaction, learn to live, no permission needed, top shelf. They print money, we print freedom forever. I'm going to repost that one. It's beautiful. Proof of no work. Hi, Richard. Thank you for responding to the community's posts. Some marketing narratives that I believe are extremely powerful you should promote are how well the Pulse Chain ecosystem tokens held up the price relative to the rest of crypto in last week's mass liquidation event. Many falsely believe that Pulse Chain being so decorrelated from the broker crypto market is a negative, but the fact that Pulse Chain core tokens are mostly unaffected and actually pumped while the rest of the crypto market dumped proves that there are many benefits to being isolated. Mainstream finance fully infiltrated the top 100, meaning bankers are now the biggest crypto bags instead of Pulse Chain founder and users hold the biggest bags. Yeah, that's true. Just like we were talking about, there's not a big supply of Dark on the market, or there's not a big supply of Hex and Pulse. So even though price is in the gutter, and I think he actually tweeted about this part of this, how like you really need to look at the supply of coins instead of the volume of coins instead of the volume in dollars. Yeah, there's very little leverage being used, minimal liquidity bonding tokens outside the ecosystem. Pulse Chain is the freedom chain. Do whatever you want on this chain. Yeah, those are all great ones right there. I like that one a lot. He's back. It's a funny one. Dad, you literally said goodbye Hex. I said goodbye Hex. That's funny. It's funny. Smo Spider's killing it. That's freaking hilarious. Now, welcome to Crypto. Thoughts on my marketing? And join our spaces. Yeah, KR the Ghost. It's very good spaces by KR. Laid back Hex. This is the RH I remember back that got me into crypto in the first place. Bringing out white leather chair and stream would watch for hours. Richard Hart is Johnny Sachs' point about push and pull market. The very code of decentralization. Fusion relies on gravity of logic. Pull when the masses stream push. Johnny understands psychology vectors, creating this push-pull force. Love it. Thanks for giving the final list of people to block with these posts. XFeed is only up from here. Thanks for doing what you do. Love it. I don't think I'm obviously not blocked from him because I think it would just say blocked at the top of here, right? Anyways. Oh, this is the thread. I gotta go down. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to see us. All right, quit cry fagging. Teach me, Richard. Lol, yes, please come back with more. Welcome back, Happen. Rackham says, lol. That's an example of sarcasm, kids. Haha, have a stiff drink in midterm or a really fat joint. You'll most likely need it. I can't stop smiling when I'm at work. I love having you back, sir. And then, yeah, everyone's missing. Everyone's just so happy that he's just tweeting right here. You know, for the most part, I need a break too. Crypto Vince. I can feel the sarcasm dripping through the screen. LOL. No cry faggot in the casino. Yeah, I must have missed that one, unless it's blocked or moved. I don't know. Waiting, Rage Hard Part 2. Can you give us 5 to 10 persons you'd stand behind in this community? Maybe 5 to 10 you'd unfollow and never listen to? How's the progress from the tablets? Is there any chance to ship them to the UAE as well? That would be awesome to get a reply. Yeah, Boldini. Killing it. Let's follow that guy. I thought I was following him. Yeah, that was a great response. That was a good, evoking a lot of good questions. Is the streaming video completely out of your possibility for list for marketing? How should the community come together and so forth? Okay. So I don't see a lot more to feed into it right now. I know there's a bunch of tweets that I'm totally missing that are probably in these other posts right here. Because he talks about the wallet right here. Here we go. Internet Money, we built the only and continue to expand upon the only wallet in existence native to and optimized for Pulse Chain. We've brought Pulse Chain to 3 world's largest app stores, Android, iOS, and Chrome. We've made Pulse Chain easy and safe for access. We appreciate being listed on the main Pulse Chain website. But what can we do to earn further support from you? What can we do to be the wallet Richard Hart recommends for his ecosystem? I think you just have to become Rabby. Not to be a dick, but Rabby was freaking awesome. Aren't you listed first in the how to start pick a wallet thing? What else do you want? Yeah, maybe I've been out of the loop. We only build on the chain. Yeah, I don't know. He could definitely supports some wallets and some block scanners a little more than he has, but maybe he just doesn't care about that right now. I don't know. Let me check chat, and then let me hit the button on ChatGPT and see what it says here. So yes, ahoy mates, what's up? That's cool. He clarified it by saying green candles if there are only people to see them. When are you going to do another music stream with your daughter? I asked her tonight. She wasn't feeling good. So we will be doing music I sold for my daughter stream pretty soon. We needed green candles that went to SAC and beyond. Then people would take it, notice. Hence how Zcash has turned buyers into holders. Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Live My Best Life. All right, so we're going to hit play. We're going to hit go on ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT what it thinks about Richard Hart's tweet right here. This text from the crypto founder's post, likely a threaded series of replies on X and Twitter, is a fascinating and chaotic mix of emotional venting, defensive posturing, community chastisement, and reluctant leadership. Bro, oh my gosh, this is my tweet. I'm going to be the dude to tweet this out, and maybe I'll just. Really, there needs to be an X account that just feeds Richard Hart into AI and gets responses from it. But that is very, very interesting. Here's a detailed analysis broken down by tone, content, underlying dynamics. Tone and style. The tone swings between sarcastic, condescending, frustrated, and defensive, with flashes of self-justification and superiority. The founder uses mocking rhetoric devices. If a green candle pops up in the woods and internet vernacular, y'all don't read so good, buy my bags, do the needful, to perform insider familiarity while also distancing himself from the community. There's an overt antagonism towards his audience. He insults them, idiots, little tiny fingers, retarded, red button enthusiasts, but still engages, which suggests both resentment and dependence on community attention. This mix of derision and engagement reflects a toxic feedback loop common with some crypto communities, where founders feel misunderstood and investors feel abandoned. Wow. Key theme, I'm not going to read all of this, but I am going to tweet all this. I'm just going to read the bullet points now. Tone and style. The tone swings. Oh, I read that one. Key themes. A, frustration with the market and holders. B, marketing versus technology. C, resentment towards community expectations. And D, declining attention and ego threat. E, identity and disillusionment. Wait, you really have to regret promoting a wallet. Once you reach whoever the native coins, they'll nuke you. He's expressing delusion with former allies, partners, and border crypto ecosystems, applying betrayal or shifting loyalties. 3, psychological profile. The post reads like a burnout confession disguised as a rant. The founder is defensive, frustrated, ego-sensitive, combative, disillusioned. Rhetoric structure, opening philosophical sarcasm. Middle, blame shifting and lecturing. Ending, defensiveness and withdrawals. Community impact, likely consequences for this post. Polarizing, erosion of trust, media fodder. Yeah, summary, dimensions, tone, blah, 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 blah. Would you like me to do a PR review, turning this rant into a professional, motivating message that communicates the same ideas about marketing, patience, and responsibility, but in a way that would strengthen community instead of damaging it? Holy shit. Well, yeah, yes. Yes. So there we go. So he's going to it's going to rewrite what Richard Hart maybe should have said. And I'm going to post that too right here. So I'm going to go back down here, right here. And I'm going to copy all of these. We're going to go to Twitter. I'm going to say Fed at Richard. This might get me blocked, but I'm good. Richard Hart wins posts into Yeah, Chat GPT. That's not how you spell it. And got this analysis. Is that, yep, analysis. There we go. All right, so I'm going to paste that right there. We'll post that one. Very interesting. And then also, we're going to go to that post right there that we just made. And we're going to comment under it with the other one. So I'll go to my profile right here. And then we're going to comment this is what AI suggested might be more strengthening. That's not how you spell strengthening. Strengthening which might strengthen, be more strengthening. No, that doesn't even sound right. This is what AI said. I should probably feed this into ChatGPT. This is what I suggested it might be, which might strengthen the community. I'm not going to say instead of damage it because you don't want to get in trouble and called a heretic for claiming it's damaging the community. There we go. Yeah, so this is it right here. So there was that. And then this is what it suggested. Yes, perfect. Here's a PR. It keeps the core message. Need for real marketing, blah, 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 blah. Professionally motivating rewrite. People are selling, blaming me, and ignoring my points about marketing. Rewritten tone, confident, constructive, visionary leader, addressing challenges. My goodness. All right, so this is what it says. I'm going to copy and paste it there. But if a giant green candle appears in the woods and no one sees it, does it really matter? Momentum only counts when people know why it's happening. And that's where real marketing comes in. Some of you asked about SAC value and why charts don't always reflect what's been built. The truth is, technology alone doesn't move markets. Awareness does. Ethereum spent years building before it became a household name. Great marketing, education, outreach made the difference. That's the stage we're in now. The chain is strong, supply has been burned, and the foundation is solid. What's missing isn't code. It's coordination, storytelling, consistency, messaging that helps people understand why this matters. I know it's tempting to look at the price and hit the red button when things move slowly. But remember, we're the ones who create the culture here. Every buy, every hold, every conversation shapes how others see the ecosystem. Instead of just hoping for green candles, let's work together to grow visibility, build trust, and reach new users. Marketing is everyone's job, and the best marketing starts with a strong, informed community. To those that have been here supporting, building, and educating, thank you. You're the reason this continues to move forward. For those of you who are frustrated, I hear you, but don't lose sight of what's been accomplished and where we're going. Let's focus less on short-term candles, more on long-term growth. The fundamentals are there. Now it's time to tell the world. All right, so if Richard Hart had access to AI, which everyone does, and he had, done these rants and then said, hey, ChatGPT, I want to strengthen this community. I don't think he wants to strengthen it, though. I do think that he enjoys, I think he does enjoy polarizing and finding his loyals, his ride or dies and stuff like that. But either way, that's the post. Like it and retweet it if you would, because I think that's some good information. Let's see here. Damn it, got it right. You got to. I did. Yeah, thank you so much. So there we go, guys. That was I know I tweeted about it. I can't believe I I can't believe I forgot about that because I get distracted very, very easily. So, yeah, enjoy those tweets. You got 4 days to get a hold of Dark. You got 4 days to mint. It mint now or forever hold your peace, man. Like this game's not going to stop. This code's not going to stop unless Pulse Chain stops, which knock on wood, it doesn't have those issues that we had earlier with RPCs and stuff. But I digress. We've got these updates, these upgrades to 3.0, and things are getting better. We've got upgrades and cool stuff coming in our community. Love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Ciao.